Hi, my name is NORHIDAYATUL AKMA binti ARSAD 099.
My name is ASYFA FAKHIRA binti FAKHRUDDIN 088.
My name is AINUL MARDHIAH binti PAUZI 024.
And my name is ALEAYA UMAIRAH binti AZMAN 119.
The food at the co-op so expensive now.
Hey AKMA, why do you look so down?
Everything is getting more expensive. I only bought a few things, but price is ridiculous.
What did you get? Let me see.
Just 3 items, but the total is 57 ringgit.
What? 57 ringgit for 3 items? That's crazy.
Oh, I know. Maybe the price include SST or something.
But I think it's not SST, it's GST.
Huh? Is there a difference between SST and GST?
Of course there is. Come on, let's find out what is SST and GST.
Hello everyone. So today we will discuss two important taxation systems. First one is Goods and Services Tax, which is GST, and second one is Sales and Services Tax, which is SST. So here are some key features of GST. First, just GST on sales. This tax is applied at a very stage of the supply chain. So the second one is claim input tax credit. Business can claim the GST paid on their purchases. However, it also faces criticism, leading to public dissatisfaction, which prompt discussion for reforms. GST was introduced in 2015 to replace the previous system. It encompasses various levels of taxation, including manufacturer level, wholesaler level, and retailer level. So, the main goal of GST is to streamline the taxation process and ensure that consumers are charged on a single tax on sales. So, next is SST. SST was restated in 2018 following issues with GST. The system allows for more straightforward management of taxes, especially for certain sectors. First, business can manage their tax obligation more easily, and it prevents hidden costs, which can lead to lower prices for consumers. So, in conclusion, both GST and SST have their unique advantages and challenges. It's essential to stay informed about this tax system to navigate the economics landscape effectively. Thank you for your attention. So, to summarize, for GST, comprehensive at multiple levels, aim at uniformity, and for GST, simplify structure but can lead to fewer items being taxed. So, understanding this system is crucial for both business and consumers, as they directly impact pricing and compliance.
So hello everyone, now it's my turn to present the difference between EST and GST. So let's go. So now let me explain the difference between GST and SST. First, GST is multi-stage tax. This means it is charged at every level in the supply chains, from the manufacturer to the wholesaler and finally to retailer. However, business that pay GST can claim it back. This helps prevent double tax and makes GST more transparent because the tax amount is clearly shown in receipt and invoice. On the other hand, SST is single stage tax. It is only charged once when the customer buys the final product. Furthermore, SST does not allow business to claim back the tax they already paid. this can cause confusion and sometimes even double taxation. In addition, SST is less clear because the tax is usually included in the final price and not shown separately. To conclude, GST is easier to monitor and more complete, which helps prevent tax cheating. But SST can be more risky and there might be more errors or lack of clarity.
First of all, let me explain which tax system give more income to the government, SST or GST. Actually, GST give more money to the government. This is because GST is collected at every level of the supply chain. It also covers more goods and services compared to SST. Furthermore, according to a government report, GST is more effective and work better. So in conclusion, GST help the government collect more income than SST. Next, I will explain how GST and SST affect the price of goods. Firstly, GST is charged at every stage in the supply chain. Because of that, business can claim back the tax they paid before. This helps make the price more transparent or easy to understand. However, since GST is added many times, the final price can be higher. On the other hand, SST is only charged one time, at the end when the customer buys the product. But business cannot claim back the tax they paid before. As a result, this can cause something called tax on tax, which makes the price go up. In short, SST may look cheaper at first, but in the end, the customer might still pay more.
Hi everyone. Even though the GST system is more efficient and effective, the government continues to implement the SST system is mainly due to concern from the public, small business and the current state of the economy. For public reaction to GST, when GST was first introduced, many people complained that it caused price to go up. Even though GST is more transparent, the public felt that their cost of living increased. This dissatisfaction led to pressure on the government to change the system. SST is easier for small business. SST is much simpler for small business to handle. Unlike GST, it does require complex record keeping and reporting. This helps reduce the financial and administrative burden on smaller companies. Timing and public sensitivity. Reintroducing GST needs to be done at the right time and with public support. Right now, the economy is still recovering and many people are sensitive to price increase. The government may feel that bringing back GST now could create more problems than solutions. Last but not least, in conclusion, even though GST is a more effective tax system, the government continues with SST to keep the public satisfied, support small business and avoid risk during economic recovery.